From empty pockets to new possibilities. The journey that led to 7 bridges of hope. Sometimes life asks a question that no one wants to answer. Not with words, but with experience. The question is simple. What do you do when you feel like your life has stopped moving forward? Many people carry dreams when they are young. They imagine becoming something great, building a stable future, helping their families, and living with purpose. But as the years pass, reality often begins to look very different from the dreams they once had. Bills appear, responsibilities grow, opportunities seem smaller than expected, and slowly, without realizing it, people begin to accept a life that feels far below their true potential. This is the story of a man named Samuel. Samuel was 34 years old. If you saw him walking down the street, there was nothing extraordinary about him. He looked like an ordinary man trying to make it through another day. But inside his heart, he carried years of frustration. Samuel worked as a warehouse loader. Every morning before sunrise, he would arrive at a large distribution center where trucks came and went all day. His job was physically demanding. He spent hours lifting heavy boxes, organizing shipments, and moving goods from one place to another. The work was honest, but it was exhausting. By the time his shift ended each evening, his body felt drained. His hands were rough, his back often hurt, and his energy was gone. At the end of every month, after paying rent and buying food, there was barely anything left. Sometimes there was nothing left at all. Samuel lived in a small apartment in a busy neighborhood where the noise of traffic never truly stopped. At night, he would sit by the window and watch the city lights in the distance. And he would think. He would think about the life he once imagined for himself. Years earlier, Samuel believed he would build a career, maybe even start a small business. He wanted to support his family and create a better future. But somewhere along the way, those dreams began to fade. Not because he lacked ambition, but because he lacked guidance, resources, and opportunity. Every time Samuel tried to move forward, he seemed to run into another barrier. He applied for office jobs but was rejected because he lacked technical skills. He thought about starting a small business but didn't know where to begin. He wanted to improve his education but couldn't afford expensive courses. Over time, he began to believe something dangerous, the idea that maybe his life would never change. Then one evening, something unexpected happened. After finishing his shift at the warehouse, Samuel stayed behind to help clean up the loading area. Most of the workers had already gone home, and the building was unusually quiet. While he was finishing his work, a man approached him. The man was older, probably in his early 60s, and carried himself with calm confidence. His name was Mr. Abraham, a senior operations advisor who occasionally visited the warehouse to evaluate efficiency. Mr. Abraham had been observing Samuel for a while. He noticed something different about him. While other workers complained constantly about the job, Samuel remained focused. He worked hard, treated people with respect, and always tried to improve the way things were organized. That evening, Mr. Abraham asked Samuel a simple question. "Do you believe this is where your story ends?" Samuel was surprised by the question. He paused for a moment before answering. "I hope not," he said quietly. Mr. Abraham smiled. "Good," he replied, "because it doesn't have to." They sat down and began talking. Mr. Abraham explained that many people remain stuck not because they lack potential, but because they lack access to the right knowledge and the right community. He told Samuel something that changed the way he thought about his life. Opportunity rarely comes to people who wait for it. Opportunity comes to people who prepare themselves for it. Samuel listened carefully. Mr. Abraham explained that the modern world rewards people who develop skills, knowledge, and discipline. Without those things, even the hardest workers can remain trapped in the same place. But with the right tools and guidance, a person can completely change the direction of their life. Mr. Abraham encouraged Samuel to begin learning new skills during his free time. At first, Samuel doubted himself. After working long hours every day, the idea of studying seemed overwhelming. But something about the conversation stayed in his mind. So he started small. Each evening after dinner, instead of watching television or scrolling through his phone, Samuel began spending time learning online. He studied topics like digital tools, organization systems, communication skills, and business fundamentals. The progress was slow at first. Some days he felt tired. Some days he wondered if it would really make a difference. But over time, something began to change. Samuel started understanding things he never knew before. He began seeing problems at work in a new way. He suggested small improvements in the warehouse organization system that made operations smoother. His supervisor noticed. Weeks later, Samuel was asked to assist with inventory management, a responsibility that involved more organization and planning rather than heavy lifting. For the first time in years, Samuel felt like his mind was being used, not just his muscles. But the real turning point came when Mr. Abraham introduced him to something even bigger, a community called 7 Bridges of Hope. Mr. Abraham explained that 7 Bridges of Hope was built around a powerful mission, helping people move from survival to empowerment. The program focused on 4 essential pillars of transformation: education, skills, employment opportunities, stability. Through this initiative, individuals could gain access to training programs, mentorship, community support, and guidance that helps them build a better future. Samuel joined the community and began attending online sessions and group discussions. For the first time, he found himself surrounded by people who believed in growth, people who wanted to learn, people who supported one another's progress. Through 7 Bridges of Hope, Samuel gained access to new knowledge, mentorship, and a community that encouraged him to keep moving forward. Months later, his confidence had grown dramatically. The man who once believed his life had stopped progressing was now developing real skills and building a clear path toward a better future. But Samuel's story is not just about one person. It is a reminder that many people around the world are waiting for an opportunity to grow. And that opportunity can begin with the right community. 7 Bridges of Hope exists to build those bridges, helping individuals move from limitation to possibility. Today, you can also become part of this growing movement. If you believe you are capable of more, if you want to learn, grow, and connect with people who are building a better future, you can join the 7 Bridges of Hope community. Simply follow these steps. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment the word link. Once you comment link, you will receive the official WhatsApp community link, where you can join the 7 Bridges of Hope network. Inside the community, you will be invited to live calls, Zoom sessions, mentorship discussions, and opportunities designed to help individuals grow and succeed. Because sometimes the biggest change in life does not begin with money. It begins with knowledge, community, and hope. And that hope might just be the bridge that leads you to your next chapter. That bridge is called 7 Bridges of Hope. Check the description for more information.